I'm Riley Swenson. I'm here with Corey Delorme, back now for our second episode of the Spud Hockey Show. Corey, how are we doing today?
Fantastic. Again, always excited to be here talking Spud hockey.
Yes, all things Spud hockey, a lot of things going on. Tell us a little bit about what we got.
Well, on the girls varsity side, they're currently 1-2. They had a nice opening win against Bloomington Jefferson, stumbled a little bit against Alexandria and Rogers, but they're back in action this weekend, hoping to right the ship and get back on their winning ways.
And then on the boys' side of things, they actually open up play this weekend down in the cities, a little tournament action. We'll talk about scrimmages from this past weekend. They played Maple Grove and Blake. Maple Grove may be a team that they'll see this weekend, become a little more familiar with. They look really strong, so we'll talk all things boys hockey. Then back to you on the youth side.
On the youth side, we're going to feature the Pee Wee A team and talk with the coaches, players. We get to talk with Executive Director Rob Grammer again on the youth hockey side, talking about all the things that are going on here at the Cullen Hockey Center.
And then we'll wrap it all up with our Spud alumni updates, some really big weekends for some guys that used to wear the orange and black, and you can catch it all here on spuds.tv. We got the chance to sit down with head coach John Ehrman this week and talk about their upcoming weekend slate of games and the style of play that he's looking for out of his team as they get going with the season.
Yeah, and exciting to see where guys fit. You know, we think we have an idea after a week and a half or 2 weeks now, but the growth that we've seen out of some players, especially our young guys, has been tremendous, and really getting against another team is going to be important for us to evaluate and move forward. The results right now maybe aren't the most important. Obviously, we're going to try to win, but putting guys in some different situations, you know, there's a lot of returners, but there will be a lot of new moments for players over the next couple of days. So seeing how they respond to that, and then, you know, kind of take it a week at a time and give kids an opportunity and then adjust from there. Well, we're going to be strong from the back out. Huddy is a very good goaltender, and the second half of last year played extremely well, and he's carried that into a really good fall now, and then hopefully a strong senior season. And we returned a number of guys on the back end that were kind of green last year at the beginning, and they grew into roles, and now top to bottom, almost all of them have experience. So that's something we can lean on. I don't know that up front we're as dynamic up top, but we maybe have some more secondary scoring right out of the gates. We'll see what it ends up at the end, but we think that our top two lines bring back a lot of experience and can pitch in offensively right away.
We caught up with some current Spud players this week with Caden Triggs and Hudson Hodges, talk about their senior year, some role models they looked up to as younger Spuds, and their upcoming weekend slate of games.
So being a senior, it's like your last year, so you want to get as much as you can out of it. Just give it your all and try to get to the state tournament. They're always a good team, really skilled, got a lot of skilled players. I think we should be physical on them, and move the puck. That'll win us a game. Well, some of the people I looked up to was like Will Borgen, who's AHL now, wasn't in the NHL, and I like the Uglum brothers. Those guys, like when you're a kid, you always want to be on the high school team. Just work hard and don't take anything for granted because it goes by really fast. I think my dad is the number one guy. He's always pushing me, telling me to go to the gym or shoot pucks, stick handle. He built us an outdoor rink so we can work on our skills in the winter and stuff.
Yeah, I'm very excited to get to it. It's been a long fall, and I'm just really excited for the high school season to get going. I think we'll be a tough team to play against down low, tough defensively, and I think in the offensive zone will be just as hardworking and tough. Personally, to have, good numbers, of course, and then to win a section championship again and get back to the XL. One guy I looked up to the most was Michael Bitzer. He was a stud. When I was a little squirt, a little peewee, whatever, I wanted to be just like him. My parents, really, both of them, supported me in everything I did throughout my years, and someone who really also helped me get to where I am was Jeremy Gregoire. He had goalie practices for us. Every week, once or twice every week, and he really helped me and pushed me to get where I'm at today.
We're back now with head coach Ryan Kraft. How are we doing this morning?
Excellent. How are you?
I am excellent. Thank you for asking. So we had down to Rogers last week. Tough one. Dropped it 8-0 there. Tell us a little bit about some things that you saw in that game that we can maybe improve on, some things that we did well.
Well, I thought we got off to a really good start. I mean, they scored that goal 30 seconds in, but I thought the first 5 minutes we were working, we were competing, we were making smart plays all over the ice, really, and we just. I'm not sure what happened. We just kind of lost our momentum a little bit, and just kind of felt like we threw in the towel a little bit. And that's something that we continue to preach, continue to strive. That we have to work for 51 minutes.
All right, so you guys are sitting at 1-2 now. Open up the season with a win, couple losses now. What are some things you guys are working on at practice this week to get back to your winning ways?
Just basics, really. I mean, we're still working on the fundamentals: the skating, the passing, the stick handling, playing with speed, playing with the puck on our stick with speed. We're focusing on D-zone coverage, taking care of our own end, and making sure that we're locked down and we know our responsibilities there. And we've touched on transition a little bit, but I think offensively, I think we're a pretty good hockey team. I do. As long as we take care of our own end, I think we'll get lots of chances, and we'll continue to improve.
All right, so this weekend on Saturday you play St. Michael Albertville right here on Spuds TV. Tell us a little bit about what they bring to the table and what you're looking for in that one.
I keep getting asked a question what these teams bring to the table. I'm new to this too, and I'm not really concerned about what the opponents bring. I'm concerned about what our Spud girls are doing and what we need to do to get better every day. I'm certain that they're going to come and they're going to work. They're going to compete. They're going to play a fast-paced game, and we're going to have to match it.
We talked with some of the members of the Spud girls hockey team with Kenzie O'Connell and Ella Grafstrom after their big opening win against Bloomington Jefferson. Now with a couple bumps in the road, how they're working at practice to get back to their winning ways.
I think we're all just trying to put in an effort and get our lines together, figured out, and I don't know. A lot of people have just been sick and off, so we're trying to get back to our usual routine. I just try to make sure everyone's pumped up and ready to play their game and live my last season to the fullest. One, my sister probably, and Brianna Storms and stuff. Well, the coaches are always looking for like a big effort and whoever's trying their hardest and a good positive attitude.
So this weekend on Saturday we have a game against STMA, and we don't really know much about them, but I think it should be a pretty good game. I believe it's a section game. Well, I'm a defense, so we've been doing a lot of trying to get quick shots off from the point and along the blue line. Well, I'm mainly a defensive player. I feel like I'm best at starting plays rather than like skating it up and finishing it with a goal. I looked up to my dad a lot. He played hockey for a long time. And I also looked up to Brenna Muniz. Just enjoy it all. It goes by really fast, and being in the locker room with your friends all throughout youth is just some of the best memories you make.
I'm here with head coach Josh Arnold of the PBA team. How are we doing this morning?
Very good.
That's good to hear. So tell us a little bit about you playing hockey for the Spuds back when you were younger and kind of what it means now to come back and be able to coach the younger Spuds.
Yeah, it means a lot to still be around. I know when my wife and I got married, we wanted to raise our kids in the Moorhead area just because we like the school system and the small town feel and the atmosphere of Moorhead High, and playing with the Ryan Crafts, the Rob Grammers, the Matt Cullens, and then now all of us having boys and coming back and being able to raise our kids together and kind of the next generation. It's a pretty special thing that we're able to do that here and have that small town feel, and just the atmosphere of Spud hockey is pretty great and still where it was back in the 90s.
Yeah, talk a little bit about how being a youth coach, how you have to get those guys ready to go play at the next level, whether it's bantams, high school, and kind of your job here at the youth level.
Well, I think we try to push them to be the best they can, and try to get them out of their comfort zones and work them hard and prepare them for the next year, and obviously for the playoffs, and hopefully be able to make a run and enjoy the experiences of Minnesota playoff hockey, which every kid's dream is to win a state championship, and hopefully we put them in the position to be able to have a chance to do that.
All right, with the high school program being so successful year in and year out, how do you think that affects your youth players and make them want to work harder each day?
I think they're great role models, and being able to see the Spuds play in the section championship each year, just the atmosphere, and then being able to see them at the XL Energy Center, the kids really idolize that and they look up to it and they want to be a part of that. And me having 3 sons, I know that's their goal and dream, is to play for the Spuds and possibly win a state championship. So it's pretty special.
All right, now maybe talk a little bit more specifically about your team, kind of how the season's getting going here, some highlights you guys have had, and some things you guys are looking forward to as the season goes on.
Well, as of right now, we're 4-1-1 at the A level, and it's kind of unique where we're our second Pee Wee team in line, but we play all the other, most of the town's top teams. So it's great competition for our kids, seeing really good teams and having that competition to get them hopefully prepared for next year, moving up a level to Bantams, or possibly kids moving up to the AA level.
I'm here now with a member of the Pee Wee A team. Why don't you tell us your name, the grade you're in, and the position you play?
I'm Jonas Schauman. I'm in 6th grade, and I play left defense.
All right, wonderful. Talk a little bit about maybe who are some role models that you have watching Spud hockey, and who do you want to be like, and the high school team, and how you like watching them.
One of my role models who's on the varsity team was probably Ethan Frisch. I really like watching the high school team because they're all really good.
Yeah, they are really good, especially Ethan Frisch over playing at UND now. What's your favorite part of playing youth hockey for the Spuds and coming to the rink every day?
My favorite part is probably playing with my friends because I get to see them every day.
Yeah, friends are awesome. Talk a little bit about the role that you have on the team. You like to score a lot. You like to pass. You talk about your defenseman. Tell us a little bit about that.
I like keeping the goals out the net so we win.
Yeah, that is a great thing. All right, you can spend a day with one person in the whole world. Who are you going to spend the day with, and why do you want to meet them?
I'd probably spend the day with Sidney Crosby because he's the best hockey player in the world.
All right, we're here now with another member of the PBA team. Why don't you tell us your name, the grade you're in, and the position you play?
My name is Michael Herman, and my dream is to be in the NHL or first play for high school, and I play right wing.
All right, right wing wants to be in the NHL. What's your favorite part of playing youth hockey here at the Spuds and coming to the rink every day?
Just playing with my teammates and helping them out to get everyone better, and myself.
All right, you talked about wanting to play for the high school team. Who are maybe some role models that you have on the high school team, and what makes you want to be like them?
They all work hard to get to their dreams, and yeah, that's what I want to do.
All right, if you could live one place in the world, where would you want to live and why?
Probably honestly here. I like all my friends and all my family lives here, so yeah.
Yeah, Moorhead's a great place to live.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe what's your role on the team and kind of how do you play? Do you like to score a lot? Do you like to pass the puck?
I like to do it all, but I'm a playmaker mostly.
We are back now with Executive Director of Moorhead Youth Hockey, Rob Grammer. How are we doing this morning?
Doing great, thanks.
That is great to hear. Tell us a little bit about the past weekend here at Moorhead Youth Hockey, some highlights that went on and kind of what went around here.
Well, it was a season kickoff for a lot of our teams, and we generally schedule a lot of local action. So we had a lot of Fargo teams and West Fargo teams in the rink, and yeah, it was a great weekend for a lot of our teams to get started. And then we hosted a big Pee Wee B tournament, and our black and orange teams had a nice weekend there, hosting those teams in a nice event in our building.
All right, tell us a little bit about what's coming up here at Moorhead Youth Hockey, what fans can expect to see in this coming weekend.
Well, we're going to start sending some of our teams on the road, and something that's become a bit of a tradition is our high school team kicks off their season, and we're sending some of our youth teams down to Wayzata to play some of their teams. So we'll have a whole bunch of Moorhead teams going down to Wayzata to play alongside our high school team. They're our boys team. Also, we have our Pee Wee A team has got a couple of games in town. That's our featured team of the week here. So come out to the rink and watch them. And we're also hosting the Bantam B tournament, so our Bantam black and orange teams will be in action all weekend here. And if you want to come out and catch some great action, go to moorheadyouthhockey.com, find your favorite team, and you'll see all their games scheduled right there.
All right, we're back with your Spud alumni update. Trey Green playing down at Grand Canyon University. 4 goals on the weekend. Big weekend for that former Spud. And then Ethan Frisch playing for UND. They traveled down to Denver this past weekend. Tied in the first one, got the extra point with the overtime goal, and then won in the second one against then ranked number 1 Denver in some polls. And now UND is up ranked all the way to number 2, and they host St. Cloud State this weekend. Once again, thank you for tuning in to our Spud Hockey Show. This will be on YouTube. Make sure you subscribe. Corey?
Yeah, let's just subscribe. Give us a thumbs up because, with enough subscribers, we get compensated through YouTube, and that really helps our nonprofit, which translates into more equipment and, more games we can cover, more events we can cover. We're doing our best with the resources that we have, but, as a nonprofit, you can really help us out by hitting that subscribe button.
That's all for this episode. You can check us out on spuds.tv.